I'm open-minded, but I don't believe anything. If somebody said, you know, that Cinderella lived upstairs in their house, I wouldn't believe it.
But like Paul just came in then and said that he doesn't believe. But he actually sat me down one night and he said to me, look, this is a load of rubbish, I want you to give me a reading. If it's true, give me a reading. So I gave him a reading.
And then she says, I can see you walking with some friends, some of your school friends.
And his friend who died in school came through. I can't even remember what his name is now.
She said, who's Wendy? And I thought, don't know anybody called Wendy. You know, can't think of anybody called Wendy. She goes, Wendy. Anyway, she goes out, she goes to the loo to get some toilet paper because she's upset, you know. And she comes back, she goes, Woody.
That was his name, Woody. And then I just said to him, Woody, he says, you're a star.
Woody, you're a star. And God, that's what my best mate who got killed, he was with me on that day that she was talking about.
And Paul nearly fell off the settee because he was so shocked because that was their little saying, you're a star. And of course I wouldn't have known that because I didn't know Paul until he was in his 20s. And this, we're talking when he was about 16, 15.
So that hit it home. That was just, you didn't have to say too much. She just hit the very important things, those major words.
See you, girls! Plans for the day is to teach 5 classes, one after the other, followed by a rehearsal at lunchtime and then an after-school club. No freeze today for me.
What would you say is like the big key to being a good teacher?
I think you've got to put yourself in their situation and know how they feel. You've got to get inside the box with them, do you know what I mean? So they know that you know that they can't do it, or you know, if you really persevere with them and show them how you can do it right and how good it can be, then you're all right. Also, if you have a bit of a giggle with them as well, and you don't just be frosty with them, then they're great. I mean, in my previous school there was more people that knew. Most of the staff knew that.
What about the head teacher?
No. No.
Do you think you'd have a problem with it, kind of? Or?
It's a Catholic school. I wouldn't want to rock the boat. I just don't think it's nothing to do with school anyway, is it? You know, I just don't feel that it should be.
It's kind of 2 separate lives, kind of.
Yeah, absolutely. And I don't want to influence the children in any way either.
Isn't it just the same note? But just...
Yeah, they read the same note, but we can hear a different note.
You know, like when it gets down.
Chris, you're doing a sweet sale, aren't you?
How do you know these things?
I think I enjoy them both the same, but in different ways. I love being a teacher because I love working in school, I love working with the children, but I love being a medium as well because I really enjoy it. It's like a hobby.
She loves doing the job she does, and she's always done this for a bit of fun. I think it's a difficult one for me, that, really. If she wants to do it, she can do whatever she wants. It's her life, really. I would never stop her doing anything she wants.
We're going tonight to meet up with the Celtic Paranormal Society, and we're going to go up to Bulow Castle, which is supposed to be haunted. Although I've never been, I don't know.
Call on the Archangel Michael for the divine light of guidance and protection. I thank you for keeping this team safe since we were last assembled.
Okay, so the spirits that you attract could be not the very nice ones. So what we do is we ask for protection. Like the lady said then, big white bubble, that encases you so nothing bad can pass through that. So it protects us all. The more people, the stronger the protection as well. That's why we all hold hands and so on like that. So That's what that's all about.
The Celtic Ghost team that's here with you tonight. Keith, founder member. I'm Migs, one of the co-founders. This is Mark and this is Danny. We have a very small, tight team. We go out on investigations not to disprove, we're very much believers. But obviously the first thing we have to do is look for the obvious, look for the scientific, look for the logical explanations, and when there's nothing else left, you've got to label it paranormal.
Sometimes you get a sensation down, well I do, I don't know about anybody else, but a sensation, shiver down one side, or pressure, or could be feeling in your stomach, varies, different things. Just saying the three of us are.
I don't like it around there.
She doesn't like it around there. She's thinking of soldiers around there.
What, around this bit here, around the corner?
Yeah, just like there. We go a couple of times a month or something, but not very often.
How often would you say you see something?
Every time we go out. There's only orbs and stuff though. It's not usually. You do get ectoplasmic mist, but that's not very often.
Look.
So what does your dad think about?
I don't think he really believes in it.
He doesn't have anything to do with it really. He never comes out with us.
Well, he's not had any proof before, so if he had proof, then he probably would believe it.
Sometimes Kate says, "Oh, can I come with you, Mum? I want to come and orb hunting." Beck says, "Oh, I'm not interested. You know, I don't want to go because she can't see anything. I can't see anything, so I don't want to go. Don't want to go and get cold." Matthew can't see anything, so he doesn't want to go. It's nothing to us, just boring.
So this is our trip to the Packhorse Bridge. About 18 months ago, I think it was. And we started getting some shots of some orbs. So you can see one there. But then we started noticing them wherever we went. The orb was in the shot. The orb was in the shot, you can see the orb there. So orbs are supposed to be spirits that have not manifested. Further up the road again, which was about 100 yards up the road, we got this photograph. Again, you can see the big orb there. The orb seems to be present in all the photographs with ectoplasm on as well. Ectoplasm is like the mist that, of a manifested ghost. In this shot, if you look closely, you can see that you've got a head there. You can see two eyes and a nose, shoulder, an arm on the other side, and you can even see a dagger there, and you can see like a leather strap. Oh yeah, I've got an orb in there as well. I feel like it's raining. It's not cold, can it?
I keep feeling that as well.
What are we doing, Mama, don't we? Think about it.
I just, you know, I don't want to be thought bad of. I don't want to be thought soft or mad, and I don't want Helen to be looked at in that way either, you know. But because she knows there's something there, she says, "It's all right. I don't care. I know there's something, you know," and that's it.
Really, generally, it doesn't affect our family life as such. But the only thing I can say though about that is, sometimes when my kids come home and they've got a problem and they don't want to tell me about it, you know, very often I'll know what the problem is anyway, and I think it helps. I think it's made us into a real open family, because we'll sit around the table every night having our tea and we'll talk about everything, and they're really, really open. They talk about anything to me and Paul.
When you see some things like the things I've experienced with Helen, there is definitely something, I can promise you that. I don't know what it is, and I don't really want to be a part of it either, to be honest with you. But if they can see something and it makes them happy, so what? Doesn't matter, does it?
If you can make somebody feel better by what you do, and that's good. I love my mediumship, but I also love my teaching, and I just see them as two different areas of my life, and that's it.